enough of that before Facebook shut me down. Hey, everybody, you are listening to the Let's Talk with Carolyn radio show on Sador Radio. So, there's a few things that I would like for y'all to do in case you have not already done so. What I would like for you to do, hold on, we got to turn this down a little bit so Radio Land can hear me. One thing I would like for you to do, if you're listening to this on the radio, you have the Sador radio app on your phone, share the app with your circle of friends, your family, your colleagues, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, your sister, anybody you know. If you catch me on Facebook every Tuesday, share the broadcast. If you catch me on Tuesday, share the broadcast and also download the Sador radio app. I would like to believe and think that I give valuable information that you can implement and that you can use to implement on yourself as well as share with your family and friends, because any information that I give that brings value to you, that is good enough for me. As long as I am in a hope status, which is help one person every day. As y'all can see, today my background is a little bit different. Wherever I'm at, I make sure I try to have all my electronics so I can do what I do and have fun. So today I wanted to talk about living a holistic lifestyle. Starting to live a holistic lifestyle just simply means this: what you put in your temple. What type of mindset do you have? What do I mean by that? We're going to get to it. Hold on, I hear echo. Wait a minute, y'all. It might be this. I think it's that. Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. So we're going to go through this. One thing for sure is mindset. Holistically, mindset. How are you thinking? Do you have negative thoughts? If so, make them positive thoughts. You want to put clean foods in your body, and we're going to talk about some ways where you could tell that your body is excited, and we're going to go through the human body systems. So I'm going to cover human body systems, and then I'm going to give you a list, a brief list, and you can jot them down. Next, I want to talk about connecting with like-minded individuals. So wherever you are at in life and wherever you would like to be in life, you want to connect with individuals who are where you want to be. Why? Because they can help you get there. They can help you get to where you want to be because they had to go through steps, errors, tribulations to get to where they're at. They had to go through a learning curve. So people who, no matter if it's personal or business, so people who are that you admire or that you look up to or that you see have made progress, and you want to make the same type of progress that they made, they went through a learning curve. They went through some ish to get there. Those are the people that you want to connect with. Like-minded individuals is who you want to connect with that's going to help you get to the place where you want to get to. Then always be aware. Be aware of where you're at in the moment. Be aware of where you're going and how you're going to get there. You got to have a plan. And here's the thing about living a holistic life. It's one thing to say it. It's another thing to actually do it. I'm not saying, you know what? Everything that you put into your temple, and if it's not on this list that I'm about to give you, I just want you to stop eating. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is this: baby step it. Do one step at a time. I'm gonna give you some categories. And just when I give you these categories, think about what you are putting in your temple now with what you can substitute it with that I'm going to give you on a brief list. Now, if you want the full list, there is a full list for everything that I'm going to give you. If you want that full list, you got to reach out to me to get the full list. Okay? But for the purpose of time and radio, I'm going to give you a brief list. If you have not already done so, please share the broadcast. If you have not already done so, please share the broadcast. Oh, hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Let me see something here. No. Okay. Hold on. No. All right. So I went through that list, and y'all heard me say this before. Mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. Fixed mindset is stuck on whatever it is of where that mind is. Growth mindset, because you want to grow, it starts here. Anything that you say or do starts here. And you know what? Here too, because you can feel it. You can feel it, y'all. You can feel it in here. If you want it bad enough, you can feel it. So you have growth mindset. A growth mindset is, you know what? This is my plan. This is how I'm going to get there. This is what I'm going to do. This is how long it's going to take me to do it. Okay? That's a growth mindset. Growth mindset asks questions. How can I do this? How do I do this? A fixed mindset says, I don't know. I'm satisfied with what I got, where I'm at, and I don't need to do that. Depending on what it is, everybody. So let's talk about some immune boosting foods. Checking time over here. Let's talk about some immune boosting foods. I'm going to start off with vegetables. What vegetables, fruits, seafood, spices, seasoned nuts that are immune boosting foods? Now, why am I so stuck on immune system? Your immune system is one of the systems that helps protect against viruses, bacteria, molds, fungi. Let's sum it all up: microorganisms. Okay? Also, your lymphatic system plays a part. The lymphatic system and the immune system work together. When I teach this to my students, and I'm teaching the lymphatic system, I'm also teaching the immune system, because all the systems are interrelated. But when it comes to these two, they're interconnected. Lymphatic system, immune system. Immune system protects your body against microorganisms, and things start to kick in. The other thing is lymphatic system. That is your detoxification center, okay? So here are a listing of immune system boosting foods. If you see me moving around, that's because I am moving around, y'all. So vegetables, and some of y'all already eat this, maybe every now and then. For some, it's like, you know what? It got a nasty taste. Carol, I don't like it. No problem. So you have spinach, broccoli. These are vegetables. Spinach, broccoli, kale, carrots. Brief list. Remember I said brief list, everybody. write down, do this. You got 2 columns. Get a piece of paper, fold it in half. You have 2 columns. On one side, put vegetables. You're going to start off with number 1. On the second column is where you're going to list this brief list. So when you're in your kitchen and you're thinking about, okay, what am I going to cook today? You got a list that's going to help you boost your immune system. Okay. So one side, number 1, category vegetables. What are those vegetables? Broccoli, kale, carrots, spinach. Brief list. Category number 2, fruits. Second column, berries, oranges, grapefruit, apples, watermelon, pineapples. P for pause, T for time out when it comes to pineapples. Some people are allergic to pineapples. If you're one of those people that's allergic to pineapples, don't write that down on your paper because you are allergic to it. Don't write that, okay? Next category is going to be seafood. Now, let's talk about in the beginning of the pandemic was when everybody across the country was running out to the store buying all the meats up in the store and not considering other people got to eat too. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. It didn't bother me that people was buying up practically all the meats in the food markets because most meats I don't eat anyway. So I'm going to give you, and some of these I eat on a daily basis. It can be, you know what, it can be boring. You just got to find different ways to cook it when you eat the same thing every day repetitively. Eventually you get tired of eating the same thing because I eat holistically and I literally eat the same thing every day. So I have to find ways to cook it differently. So here we go. Salmon, shrimp, sardines, oysters, crabs, mussels. Those are immune system boosting seafoods. I'm going to say that again. Immune system boosting seafood. Salmon, shrimp, oysters, sardines, crabs, mussels. I don't eat mussels. I ain't doing that. I don't eat oysters either. A lot of people do. Next is herbs and spices. Seasoning. Seasonings you probably already have in your kitchen cabinet. Garlic. Most people cook with garlic. Some people put garlic in their chicken. However, chicken is not one of the immune system boosting foods either. Ginger, you probably already have that. Ginger is good for the digestive system as well as being an immune system boosting seasoning. Turmeric, you might already have that as well. Onions and cinnamon. I'm gonna go through that again. Seasoning, herbs, spices, garlic, ginger, onions, turmeric, cinnamon. Brief list. There's a whole lot more to these lists, but I'm just giving you 5 to 6 of them at a time. Let's talk about seasoned nuts. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Category 5. 5, everybody. Category 5. Seasoned nuts is going to be pistachios, sunflower seeds, walnuts, chia seeds, almonds, sesame seeds. Okay? Category 5, spices and nuts, pistachios, sunflower seeds, walnuts, chia seeds, almonds, and sesame seeds. Brief list. If you are don't take me wrong when I say this, if you are a person that eats nuts and seeds, these are immune system boosting seeds, and nuts. Okay, is what it is. Now let's talk about some other foods that are immune system boosting foods. Mushrooms, acai berry. Acai berry is good. It's an antioxidant. Wheat germ, tea, yogurt, and honey. Most people is very much familiar with honey. Honey has a whole lot of benefits that can do good for the body. All right. So that was, I'm still moving stuff around, y'all. Give me a minute, moving stuff around. So that was the category of immune boosting foods. And I gave you 5 different categories, 5 categories. If you catch this on a replay, just, hi Trina, how you doing? Hi Dada, how you doing? If you catch this on the replay, you can always play back the replay and write this information down. Next, I'm gonna give you some signs by human body system that lets you know your body is too acidic. Now, before I go into this, I'm gonna say this. Some things that we put in our body can control over time if we're going to get sick from it, or is it going to cause a type of pathology? Meaning, is it going to cause a disease? Some diseases can be prevented based on what we're putting inside our temple, inside our body. So I'm going to give you the breakdown by system. What I'm about to give you is signs that let you know your body is too acidic. The body's supposed to be alkaline. The body is supposed to be alkaline. Microorganisms can survive greatly and cause havoc in an acidic environment. Microorganisms, most of them, cannot survive so well in an alkaline environment. So let's talk about the pH scale for a minute. Power of hydrogen, pH scale. A lot of people have heard of pH scale. Yes, sir, yes. So pH scale is going to go from 0 to 14. So 0 to 7 is acidic. 0 to 7 on the pH scale is acidic. Y'all know me, so I'm going to draw you a pH scale if my pen are right. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. That looks too much like something else. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is alkaline at the highest. When we get to here, it's all alkaline. I'm getting ready to show y'all this. This is neutral. And from here down is all acidic. So here we go, y'all. I hope y'all can see this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is it? I just drew it for you. All right. So here is a diagram of a pH scale as best as I could do it. So you have from 0 to 14. From 0 to 1 is acidic. 7 is neutral. And 8 to 14 is alkaline. You have acidic waters and alkaline waters. Okay? Essential water, alkaline. You have mineral water, distilled water, distilled water, purified water, spring water, alkaline water. You have 5 types of waters that are out on the market that people are drinking. Hi, John. Hi, Queen of Body Sculpting of Detroit. How y'all doing? So you have 5 types of waters. You can pick and choose which type of water you want to put in your system. But here's the key. If you're trying to get your body to be more alkaline, you got to eliminate or reduce some acidic drinks, acidic waters to get your body to be alkaline. This don't happen overnight. This takes time, and it takes commitment. It really takes commitment, and it takes you being mindset of what you're putting in your temple to get it to be more alkaline. So I showed y'all my little drawing of the pH scale, right? So let's talk about what foods, not so much as what foods, but what pathologies are signs that your body is too acidic, and we're going to go by the human body systems. I'm not going to give you all 11 or 12 systems, but I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to give you 5. I don't know if 5 is a favorite number today. So signs, symptoms that your body is more acidic. And I'm gonna start with the respiratory system. Respiratory system, lungs, okay? Breathing. If there is excess mucus, chronic cough, chest pain, sinus issues, your body is acidic. These are symptoms of acidosis. Symptoms of acidosis. Next system I'm gonna give you is cardiovascular system. If you have, and what I'm giving you are pathologies, okay? If you have an irregular heartbeat, it's been diagnosed, y'all. You're not self-diagnosing yourself. You've really been diagnosed with a arrhythmia. Cardiovascular system, stroke, heart attack, increase in heart rate on a regular, not because you was exercising, but because of a underlying factor, you have an increase in heart rate, and now your heart has to be monitored. All right. Next is digestive system. Let's start off with kidney infections and bladder. What can you do about that? How about watching how much water you drink? Like if you don't drink no water, that's bad. Or you hardly ever drink water, not good. So you can increase your water take because your kidneys is your filtering system. Your kidneys filters, and before urine becomes urine, there's a lot of toxins that your kidneys is filtering. So you want to increase your water intake. I don't want to say, listen, if you are a spring water drinker, stop drinking spring water. I can't tell you what type of water to drink, but I suggest, key word here, I suggest that you switch over to purified water or alkaline water. Alkaline, because you are trying to get your body into an alkaline state. Alkaline state. So I'm giving you waters that are alkaline, and in a few minutes, I'm gonna be giving you a brief list of alkaline foods. So you have a start. Can't say blueprint, but I can certainly say start. You have a start of changing your body from being acidic to alkaline. Keep this in mind. Microorganisms cannot really survive in an alkaline environment, but they can certainly wreak havoc in an acidic environment. Okay, keep that in mind. Next was immune deficiency. I just gave you a list of foods by category that helps boost your immune system. Hopefully you wrote those down. Bloating and digestion. If you have any type of stomach issues, and your physician has put you on probiotics, or you go into the food market and you're buying yogurt with probiotics, that's good. But there's also an essential oil that helps with digestive issues. And that essential oil is called Digest Zen. It is DIGESTZEN. You can take it internally. It is a essential oil that you can take internally, and anytime you have any type of digestive issues, you can take 2 drops of Digest Zen along with your probiotics. You can get that essential oil from bit.ly/MSCAROLYN. Once you get to that website, you want to click on essential oil blends. When you click on essential oil blends, you want to scroll down to Digest Zen. Now, we'll say this: don't be alarmed at how much it costs, because anything that's healthy for the body, you got to put in some investment. You want to be healthy, you want to live this healthy lifestyle, it's an investment. It's an investment in you. It's an investment on the condition of your body. So don't be alarmed at the price. And the bottle is a 15 ml bottle, but it may last you for 6 months. Keep that in mind. Next is yeast infections. Ladies, there's things that you can do to reduce your yeast infections. So remember when I said that it was all about what you put into your temple? Well, in some cases, it's a combination. It's what you put in your temple, but it's also what you wear. Okay? So if you wear underwear, panties that are so tight that your vagina, vajayjay, is not able to breathe, that's a recipe for yeast infection. It's not getting no air down there. And according to the top docs, like we have a lot of doctors that specialize in gynecology. However, there's 4 top docs, 4 that specialize in the vagina at the highest level. And according to these top docs, there is a specific way that we care for our rows, specific way that women should be caring for their rows. And wearing tight underwear is not one of them. So if your underwear is so tight that your rows cannot breathe, you need to think about changing the type of underwear that you wear. All right. These are just a few. There are foods that we eat that also cause yeast infections. Moving on. Nervous system. If you are chronically fatigued, sign of acidosis, y'all. Dementia. Let's talk about dementia for a minute. Once again, there's certain things that we put into our temple that causes dementia over time. What is dementia? Loss of memory, confusion. Dementia is a precursor to Alzheimer's disease. One of the things I'm gonna say this, there's other factors that causes dementia, but I'm gonna tell you about this specific one. that causes dementia. And it is alcohol. Alcohol is a factor that causes dementia over time. And y'all may say, well, Carol, a lot of people drink alcohol. I get it. But you have some hard liquor that's on the market. And for a person that drinks very hard liquor over time, it's going to create amylase plaques on the brain. The amylase plaques interfere with the neurons in your brain, interfere with the nerves that are in your brain, causes confusion, causes lack of memory. All this happens over time for people who drink alcoholic beverages. Okay? That's one of the factors. There's many other factors. Maybe I'll do a whole thing on dementia. I did it before, but maybe I'll do it again. So that's one of the factors of dementia. Dementia is a precursor to Alzheimer's. Remember that. Nerve issues. Once again, there's other factors that cause nerve issues. Trauma is one of them. It's not always going to be, in this case, it's not always going to be like, hey, what am I putting in my temple that's causing my nerves and me to have neurological pathologies? Sometimes it's trauma, but also be mindful of what food you eat. Because keep this in mind, where's the food coming from? If you're eating pork, what animal is that? If you're eating beef, what animal is that? If you're eating lamb chops, what animal is that? If you're eating veal, what animal is that? And I say all this to say this: we are eaters of other animals. And what do those animals eat? Think about that. What do those animals eat? Just saying, something to think about. Now let's talk about muscle bones, osteoporosis. Bones. When we get to a certain age, you should be having a bone density test. When you reach age 50, male or female, when you reach age 50, you should get a bone density test, especially women, because our bones they start to become very brittle at a certain age. And this is how come physicians say, listen, you need to be taking 5,000 IUs of vitamin D on a daily basis. That's to keep, as we age, that's to keep our bones from becoming very brittle. If you ever seen elderly people who walk hunched over and when they walking, they can't stand up and their head is literally facing the ground or the floor. Bones, skeletal system. Think about that. So if you're over age 50, go to your physician and ask about a bone density test. Ask about a bone density test. You reach that stage in your life, get a bone density test. It's going to let you know the strength of your skeletal system. How good, how strong is your muscles? That's what it's all about. As we age, things start freaking diminishing. For all you young whippersnappers out there, you too. As you age, you're going to realize that your body starts letting you know what you can and what you cannot do. Things just start going down, reduce. And there's things that we must do to keep our body intact. So when we get up in the morning, we're not getting up in pain. All right. Other pathologies, skin problems, that's integumentary system. You have certain foods that can cause you to have acne. Certain foods that could cause you to just break out in hives. Integumentary system. If you know that you're eating foods that's causing you to break out in hives, why are you still eating them? Even though they taste good, because you're going to have to pay the price after you get done. And if you are allergic and you turn around and mess around with the food that's causing you to have an allergic reaction, you should have an EpiPen with you so you don't have to be rushed to the hospital and you're not in a life-threatening situation. All right. Next is weight gain and obesity. That would be me. Weight gain and obesity. I know what I ate for me to gain this weight that I have to lose. I got to lose 20 pounds by September so I can have a surgery procedure done. 20 pounds. To me, that seems like a freaking lot to be losing. So I have to come up with a plan on how am I going to lose this 20 pounds and actually leave it off. If you are overweight or you've been classified as obese, what are you eating? And then what time are you eating? If you're eating fatty foods, fried foods, overeating, because some people, when they get upset, they tend to eat a lot. Then they lay down and go to sleep. Bad thing to do. So if you're eating after 9 o'clock, that's a contribution to, that's going to lead, already has led to your weight gain or your obesity condition. And there's things that you can do about it. Change what you put into your temple. All right. Then there's allergies, diabetes. You could be diabetic type 1, diabetic type 2. Diabetes, your pancreas has naturally stopped producing insulin. So now either you're doing insulin injections or you're taking an insulin pill or whatever else the pharmaceutical market has out there for diabetics. If you change what you eat, that can change. When I was told, I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. About 4 years ago, I went for my regular checkup and my primary said, you are pre-diabetic. I don't know what you're doing, but you better stop. I knew what he was talking about, and I'm gonna tell you what I was doing. I was going to freaking Boston Market and I was eating sweet potatoes because I like Boston Market sweet potatoes. And sweet potatoes keeps my hot flashes at bay. So instead of me eating cake, ice cream, at that time, I chose, well, you know what? I'm gonna just go to Boston Market and I'm gonna have me some sweet potatoes because sweet potatoes, something in the sweet potatoes reduces my hot flashes. So I was going to Boston Market every day eating sweet potatoes. What I didn't think about at the time was how much sugar they put in the sweet potatoes that make them so addictive. Went to the doctor, he said, oh, you pre-diabetic. I'm like, I don't want to be that. From that day on, I stopped going to Boston Market. Have not been to Boston Market for sweet potatoes. When I went back to my doctor 2 months later, I was no longer pre-diabetic because I changed the habit that I did to myself so that I would not become a diabetic patient. And we all have that capability. We all have that choice. I'm sharing some things about my personal life that I normally don't share, but I need y'all to understand I'm no different than anybody else that's listening to it. I'm no different. I go through life just like everybody else go through life. I have health conditions just like everybody else do. I have medical conditions just like everybody else do. I am no different. There's nothing special about me other than me being me that makes me unique, makes me different, and makes me special to me. But as far as health wise, I'm in the same boat with you. I didn't one day say, you know what, I'm gonna live a holistic life. No, I didn't one day say that. I've been living a holistic life for over 30 years. Over 30 years. I just stuck with it because there's certain foods that I don't like anyway. Period. Next, I want to talk about is joint pain and aching muscles. We can prevent that. Now, true enough, when we age, our joints start aching and we have decreased range of motion because we move by the joints. Anywhere where we bend, where we flex, where we extend, anything that we do, we move at the joints. And as we get older, those joints is going to be affected. That's why you have on the market in the pharmacy, you can get OTC meds for joint pain. You ever listen to the side effects? Have you ever read the label on the bottle? If you haven't, read the label on the bottle and also listen for the side effects when you see the commercial on TV. Next, let's get our bodies to be alkaline. Oh, I am so over. I hope, is the door on here? I hope, yeah, he is. I hope he's not upset with me because I just realized I went over, but I just want to get this information out to you. So I'm gonna give you a brief list of foods that are alkaline. Now, if you want the whole list, you got to reach out to me and I will email you or give you my list. You can have it. Okay. So you can reach out to me. You can just text me at 267-864-8639 and say list, and then put your name and your email address in it. Now I know my colleague on here, body sculpting, queen of body sculpting of Detroit. She might say, Carol, you should have a next and next text list. Queen, you're right. Haven't got to it yet, but I am going to get to it. So let's go through the alkaline food list. And once again, I'm going to give you categories, and I'm going to give you six categories of foods that are alkaline to help you get there. Okay. Remember, I gave you 5 types of waters and told you which waters I recommend, but I also gave you some waters that were alkaline that you can start to incorporate into your daily nutritional regimen to get your body on the alkaline state. Now, the only thing that I have not said so far, I normally say is this: I'm not an MD, a PT, a DO, or a nutritionist. However, I am a licensed healthcare provider within the medical industry. So I feel very comfortable about giving you this information, aside from the fact that I live a holistic lifestyle as much as I can. And anything I'm sharing with you, I've already done it. All right. So let's go through vegetables. Alkaline vegetables, avocado. Who eats avocado? Bell peppers, cucumbers, spinach, and olives. Olives I like. I buy the olives in a jar that has like that red bitter thing in the middle. You can eat olives by the jar. I do. So vegetables is going to be avocado, bell peppers, cucumbers, spinach, olives. Category 1. Next category is fruits. What are alkaline fruits? apples, berries, elderberries. Elderberries are also good for your immune system. Okay? Grapeseed, grapes, meaning seeded grapes, not the seedless grapes. The seeded grapes are alkaline. Mango, alkaline. Those are your second category fruits, everybody. Second category fruits, second category fruits. Next is nuts and seeds. How many do I have for you? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 nuts and seeds. 4 nuts and seeds. You got hemp seed, raw sesame seeds, walnuts, Brazil nuts. Okay, hemp seed, raw sesame seeds, walnuts, and Brazil nuts. Those 4. Next category, category 4, I'm gonna give you some oils. Uncooked oils. Number 1, olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, sesame seed oil, avocado oil. BJ's sell all these oils. So if you have a BJ's in your city, state, BJ's sell all of these oils. Every last one of them. Olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, sesame oil, avocado oil. And for anybody who's in my city, if you go to the BJ's that's on Roosevelt Boulevard, it's on Roosevelt Boulevard, and it's like past Roosevelt Boulevard and Red Lion. BJ's is on Roosevelt Boulevard and Red Lion, but it's on Red Lion. When you walk onto the BJ's, you're gonna walk all the way over to, you're gonna go straight, make a left, go down that 3rd aisle. You're gonna see all the oils that I'm talking about in BJ's, all right? Let's talk about seasoning, spices, and herbs. Hello, Wanda, how you doing? Basil, also sweet basil, bay leaf, clove, dill, and thyme. Seasoning, herbs, spices, seasoning. Here we go. Basil, sweet basil. I said basil and sweet basil, bay leaf, clove, dill, and thyme. You may already have these. Most women do, and most men do that cook. Now let's talk about natural herbs and teas. Oh, I didn't know I had all that to give you. All right, natural herbs and teas. You have allspice, anise, burdock, elderberry again, fennel, ginger, good for digestion, raspberry leaf. Those are your natural herb teas that you can get from a herbal store. If you're just tuning in, watch the replay and get the whole list on how to start living a holistic lifestyle internally, as well as, no, I just covered internally. I'll go into externally maybe another time. So let's talk about natural ways to flavor your water, because some people are not water drinkers at all. So I'm going to give you 7 ways that you can flavor your water. One of the ways that I give you for flavoring your water is also good for losing inches in your stomach. Okay, so you could add fruits to your water. You could add vegetables, tea leaves, edible flowers. Now, let's talk about edible flowers for a minute. Rose water edible flower is a good source of vitamin A, B, C, and E. Plus, it is an antioxidant. Herbaceous edible flower is an antioxidant, plus is help with decreasing blood pressure and cholesterol. Decreases blood pressure and cholesterol. That is herbaceous edible flowers. Next one I'm gonna give you is chamomile. Chamomile edible flower helps calm you down, helps you calm down, induces sleep, helps the nervous system relax. Okay. So then it's herbs, tea leaves. Now, apple cider vinegar. With apple cider vinegar, you can add that to your water along with fruits, vegetables, whatever you want to add. But you can add the apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar will also help lose the inches on your stomach. It helps with also the digestive system. They also have the apple cider in a jar, but they do have the apple cider capsules. What I do, because I'm gonna tell you what I did. And I did it for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh, this shit not gonna work. So I had the jar of apple cider vinegar, and every morning when I get up, I would, and I know when I say this, y'all gonna say, Carol, you shouldn't have never did that. I already know, people already told me, because it felt like acid was in my throat, like really, really bad, because I was taking 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar every morning, and I would just close my eyes and just take the teaspoon. And after that, I would drink it with some water. Well, that didn't last with me too good. Then in Walmart, I saw that they had apple cider capsules. That's when I started using the apple cider capsules. So now with my tea, because the tea that I drink is strictly for my digestive system. I don't drink regular tea. I drink ginger tea with probiotics, and I will open up a apple cider vinegar capsule and open up the capsule and pour the contents of that capsule in my tea, stir it up. That helps. If you want to try that, try it. And I'm gonna say this: if you try it, don't expect like for overnight results. It don't work like that. You need to give it time. Give it time to work. You may say, well, Carol, how much time? I don't know. Give it 6 months. Give it 3 months. But just try it. It does work. So when it comes to steeping edible flowers, you want to steep these edible flowers for 15 to 20 minutes. Edible flowers, I'm gonna say this again, you want to steep the edible flowers for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so that's my time. I am way over my time. You have been listening to the Let's Talk with Carolyn radio show on Sador Radio. I am here every Tuesday on Sador Radio from 1 o'clock p.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am the queen of house music on Sador Radio. So what I did, so I can give everybody a little bit of what I do from 1 o'clock to 1:30. I'm actually on the radio. I'm on Radio Live now, but I don't be on Facebook, because Facebook algorithms change all the time. And not only that, when I play music, I go live on the radio and I play music, I get this notification from Facebook: your video has been muted in 49 countries, or you have violated copyrights. So what I started doing was from 1 o'clock to 1:30, I'm on Sador Radio playing house music. You want to listen to house music? You're a house head like me. Tune in with me on Sador Radio. How do you do that? You go to your app store, Android or iPhone, download the Sador Radio app. Tune in with me on Tuesday, and you get to hear me on the radio the whole time. In addition to that, there's 22 other radio hosts that you can listen to any type of the day, any type of the night. Plus, we have some raw, dope comedians. So if you like comedy, we got that too. From 1:30 to 2 o'clock is going to be topics of discussion, such as today. Today was the longest I have went. It's just that I wanted to give you this information because everybody should live a holistic life, internally and externally. Everybody. So if you have not already done so and you see value in this broadcast, please share it with the next person because you never know who you can help. And any show that I do, whether it's the Women's Closet TV show, or it's the Queens of Empowerment, or it's the Let's Talk with Carolyn radio show, whether it's on radio, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on JBL TV network, which is my network, my own television network, you always going to find value in what I give, and always have a pen and paper ready to take notes because I'm going to give you something that you can implement when you leave me. Okay. So that's my time, everybody. I want to do what I do best. Number one, I want to take the time out to thank everybody that has tuned in with me on Facebook. Radio Land, when I say I'm logging off, I don't want you to go nowhere because I want to still give you some music if Mr. Sador doesn't mind. So I want to take the time out to thank Dotawati, Trina, and Queen of Body Sculpting of Detroit, Johnny, Mr. Sador, radio station himself, and Wanda. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in with me. I appreciate it. If you catch this on a replay, just type in replay. Please share the broadcast. It benefits any and everybody. So that's my time, everybody. Thank you for tuning in with me, and tune in with me on my next live stream. Take care, everybody. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. Stay alert. And I will see y'all on my next live stream, which will be probably later on today. Take care, everybody. Talk to y'all soon.